Welcome, hello everyone. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan coming to you Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time for my weekly Friday live stream. So whatever time it is for you right now, you're probably not on the West Coast. I know some of you are though, but this is when we do it. We get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're vegan, you found some cool, chill people to hang out with. If you're not vegan, if you're vegetarian, pescatarian, or just interested in veganism, even plant-based lifestyles and diets, come here and hang out and learn. You might like what we're doing, and I promise we're not going to attack you for not being fully vegan or anything like that. I mean, most of us weren't born vegan, so I can relate, so I'm here to help you become vegan if that is your sincere goal. If you come here in good faith, you're more than welcome. If you come here in bad faith and you have no intention to ever be vegan, furthermore, you think people like me are horribly rotten, demented sickos because we have chosen to not eat animals and consume animal products due to moral and ethical reasons, if you think that makes me a horrible person, despicable and disgusting. First of all, I think your logic would be pretty twisted, but I'd like to hear you try to reason that. So if you think really one of these anti-vegans that's a bigot, come and tell me why you're an anti-vegan bigot, and I'll try to listen to you as long as you're not too much of a bigot. So hey, everyone else, so welcome. Thanks guys for coming here. Sickos. I'm sorry for not getting a video out this week. As I told Late Model earlier, just been super busy. Bodie, our cat, wasn't feeling good for most of the week. He seems to be back to normal today, which is good. And just kind of getting bad sleep too during the whole thing. Worried about him. A lot of times he come in the bed over and over trying to get in the sheets, waking us up like 5 times in the middle of the night. It's like having a baby, I can have, I know what parents kind of, like parents of newborns kind of go through, getting woken up repeatedly for multiple nights, feeling totally cracked out. So anyway, same things seem better. I don't want to like jump the gun, but I hope things are things look on the up and up. He got like a urine analysis, and the doctor said it was looking good. There's didn't see anything alarming in that. He's feeling better. Yeah, anyway, that's why I didn't make a video this week. Just taking Billy to the vet, dealing with that, and just trying to keep him safe and comfortable and everything. So anyway, hello, welcome everyone. Hey, Uncle, I think it's going to be you and I tonight, you and me as the lone moderators. Peter said he's traveling to a nearby town in his area for a vegan festival. So if you want to listen, if you're driving or riding a train or something like that, just listen, Peter. If you can't participate, totally cool. It's all good. We got Uncle here, and last week, honestly, we didn't. I don't think there was anyone here that really needed to be moderated, put in time out or being blocked or something like that. So it should be chill. So just enjoy, Uncle, and Uncle, enjoy the live stream. It'll probably be chill. I think we're gonna be fine. Down one moderator tonight. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty good at hitting the block or timeout button too. I've gotten dexterous skills here. Is that a word? I can talk to you guys and try to click on a would-be bad troll person, bigot, and time them out. So let's see. So what are you guys talking about here as I've been blabbing along here? Let's see, and Heidi, I got your shirt on tonight, Heidi. So I thought I saw Heidi up in there. You're here tonight, right, Heidi? I saw you were the first comment I saw, but from before the stream started. So if not, I'll say hi to you when you hop on later. Let's see. Nikki, you know how we talk about wishing there was a big broccoli, big vegetable. You hear meat eaters talk about, the big vegetable and big broccoli are out to make all this money and shit. Yeah. How about a ministry of curry? I like that too. That sounds cool. Yeah, we need some ministries and big things like that. So I'll try to remember that. The ministry of curry and big broccoli are trying to poison you or trying to shove a conspiracy theory past you so they can make their billions of dollars selling curry and broccoli to the masses, really, when those foods are trying to kill you. Because we all know plants are trying to kill us, right? If so, they're doing a really crappy job, is all I have to say. So anyway, thanks, Late Model. Yes, Kitty's doing better, and kitties are awesome. They're really like children, which is good and bad. It's kind of bad, and you get so attached to them, but anyway. I know what it's like to be a dad in many ways now. Yeah, I don't have human kids, but having animal kids, having a similar kind, I won't say same, but a similar kind of responsibility, similar kind of feelings of closeness and stuff like that. And and getting woken up many times throughout the night, from a young, or from a youngster or a small fur baby. I have some idea of what it's like. Not to say I fully have done it or know what it's like, but I have some glimpse into what it must be like. And I tip my hat if I had a front side of this hat. It looks like a lot of work. Hey, Johnny, getting some physical therapy. Oh, so you had the surgery and now you're recovered enough to get some physical therapy on that ankle. Wow. Well, let us know how that's going. Hey, Carmichael, you binge listened to a bunch of my videos while at work today. Awesome. Which, just name one or two. Just kind of curious how far back you went. Yeah, the OG videos. Yeah, my video style and content and all that has evolved over the years. Which makes sense. I mean, if you look at me as an artist, I'm that kind of person. My music evolves over the years. I try to get better over time, learn and get new things and new ideas. And I mean, it's up for each individual viewer to judge if I'm successful in getting better over time. But at least I try to improve. I learn things. I try to take new ideas and come up with new ideas from I just try. It's just natural for me. Hey, Peter, yeah, stay as long as you can, even if you're just listening. I don't know. Are you traveling right now, Peter? Like on a bus or train or something like that? Just chill. If you can't like type or anything, just be chill. Listen and be chill. Let's see, Fu Man Poo, you still want that high watt amp? Dude, wanted too much, so you pass. Again, Fu, I don't think you really need a high watt amp, I don't think you need to have that loud, clean volume that high watts are really good at. I think you'd be much better served, personally, I think, by a low wattage amp, particularly one that you crank up and actually get overdrive happening at a volume that might not get you arrested. I mean, even cranking up like a Fender Princeton reverb is ear deafening. Is that a word? Ear deafening. It's really loud, and that's like a 12 watt amp, and you're talking about like a 50, 100 watt amp or something like that, just deafening to get it to like sound really bitchin'. So I don't know. I mean, if you just want a high watt because you want a high watt, cool. I get it. I know a lot of David Gilmour heads. David Gilmour type players like high watt amps and high watt style amps because he played those a lot, but he also played Fender amps too. He used them on some of their most famous albums. So you can get the tone is not necessarily in the amp a lot. I mean, it is, but you can, if David Gilmour still sounds like David Gilmour, whether he's going through like a Fender Twin or a deluxe reverb or a high watt, he sounds like Dave. Just slightly different tonal variations. Depending on what type of amp, but still, he's, if you're a good guitarist, you're going to sound good. Let's see. Hey, Heidi. Yeah, I've had a rough week. I was saying, Bodie the cat was, he's been not feeling the greatest. We took him to the vet, got some tests run. Doctor called yesterday, said, I didn't see anything bad in the urine test, and Bodie seems to be doing better today. One thing that kind of sucked is we took him Tuesday, and he got like an injection for pain. I wasn't sure if he was feeling pain. He was having some trouble peeing. He was peeing, but like going to the box. Anyway, they gave him a box a lot. So they gave him a slow release pain medicine, and I thought that sounded good because I don't want to give him pain medicine and inject him or something like that. So anyway, he was acting weird. It's like his personality's off. I texted the vet like, hey, what's up? He's acting weird. He's like seeing things that don't exist, running away, fearful. So yeah, that does happen sometimes. It's a slow release thing, so we just got to wait it out. So today marks day 3, and he's pretty much back to normal. So that was like on our minds too, like, wow, Bodie's like kind of lost his mind. Like, so anyway, yeah, and I feel bad for all you guys on the East Coast and Midwest that are hitting like 100-degree or really crazy temperatures. Stay safe, guys. Fu Man Poo says 100 watts or bust. Like, why? Why do you need or want 100 watts? Just spell it out for me. Explain the desire for such a crazy loud amp. That's not really practical for most people. I mean, hell, if you're playing a large stage, a large auditorium, yeah, 100 watt amp could be a really wise choice, but even then, you don't need that. You can have a 5-watt amp and stick a microphone in front of it. Like a singer, they're not 100 watts. They're just a little voice, and you stick a microphone in front of it and get into the PA. But I'm saying, maybe though, in a large arena type setting, yeah, 100 watts, cool. You can turn up loud. You're not going to distort. That's what a lot of people are looking for. A lot of people want to have a loud, clean sound. But anyway, it's all up to you, Fu. It's your life. It's your money, too. But I'm glad you didn't get ripped off, or if that guy was charging you too much. Let's see. Uh-oh, no, Nikki, you said you actually had dairy eating out? Oh, no. Yes, sir, your tummy still hurts. Is that normal before you were vegan? It didn't hurt when you had dairy? I don't know. I can imagine, our bodies just don't have the microbiome to process that stuff. So I imagine if a long-term vegan had actually ingested some dairy, I imagine it stands to reason. It seems like a reasonable reaction that your body was like, whoa, I don't have anything. The microbiome is adapted for broccoli and beans and stuff and rice and bananas. Wow, I don't know I haven't been following the news, Peter, all week. I've just been preoccupied with my drama here. So I didn't hear anything about this fair is fall. I saw it at the gym today. I went to the gym today. I played basketball for like 2.5 hours. Maybe I'll take it was a long time. I'm pretty tired. But I saw something about the fair got canceled. I didn't know it was a fair. It was kind of fair in Washington, I guess, and it's canceled because of heat, because I know it's really hot out there. That's all I pretty much know. Just something I saw on a monitor, a TV monitor, when I was walking past it at the gym today. Nikki, you can't wait for winter? Hey, summer just started, huh? A couple weeks ago. We're just a couple weeks into summer right now. Fu Man Poo, you want volume. Okay, so why do you need such loud volume for? I'm telling you, in this room for the longest time, I had a 12, maybe 15 watts, something like that. That's what a Fender, a Princeton reverb is, and I never could turn the thing past like 1.5 or 2 up to 10. It's super loud already. It's like I wish I wish I could have cranked it up to the volume level it really wants to be at, but I would just be deaf by now. And I have to protect my hearing. I've been playing guitar my whole life basically. I work on music here in the studio. I do mastering. I really got to protect my hearing. I'm exposing myself to volume quite for many hours throughout the day. So I try to mix and master around 60 decibels at a reasonable level. Anyway, Carmichael, so my old school videos you saw or listened to, let's see, name a few. Vitamin D from the sun. That was my first video. First one back in 2013. VD responding to my wrinkled forehead, which was only for a few brief moments. It wasn't like permanent wrinkles. I was doing something out in the sun after having a basketball workout. And I've seen it happen to other people when I watch people on YouTube or TV, and I don't see her making videos about them just because I was vegan. I am vegan. Isaac Butterfield video about how everyone hates vegans. Why raw vegan diets? Wow, sounds like you got a nice sampling of my work there. Awesome. Wow, Heidi, Boston broke a freaking 80-year heat record yesterday. Wow. So how hot are we talking, Heidi? Are we talking 100, 90? Just let me know what it's like out there. Thanks, VLAM. Yeah, I think Bodhi's doing better. I don't want to jump the gun or anything, knock on wood, but he seems a lot better. He's going to the bathroom with much more ease. His personality's more or less back to normal today, as opposed to the last 2.5 days when he was on that drug. So things are heading in the right direction. So I had a lot of stress this week. Let's see. You're lucky, Late Molly. You're going into the woods tomorrow and away from all the 4th of July mayhem. I wish I could. I'll probably do some stuff in the morning and day, but at nighttime I gotta be here with my babies because they get stressed. You guys know what it's like. Animals get stressed. So I want to be here with them, even though they go run and hide. I don't want to leave them here alone. I want to be here with them, let them know we're all here. We're here for them. It sucks how people blow crap up, but I have to say, compared to the last maybe 4 or 5 years, ever since COVID, what was that, 2020 or 1 or whatever. Anyway, this has been the quietest run up to 4th of July since before COVID. And I was doing some reading about that. You know, it's inflation. Apparently the price of fireworks has gotten a lot higher. Maybe there's some ingredients in them that are harder to import, more expensive, tariffs, I don't know. But anyway, it's a lot quieter, so I'm hoping tomorrow is not going to make me just want to like leave humanity, is like move into the woods or something like that. Hey, thank you, AJ, for the weekly cult dues. Much appreciated, AJ. Yeah, we've gone out a couple times to the Italian restaurant in the morning when it's a cafe. Got us some marzipan lattes. Not a soy latte, VD, a marzipan latte. We do it with class here in California, Italian style. So thanks, AJ. And yeah, we need to go out and have another little dinner again, because we just did that one a couple Fridays ago. We went out right after the live stream, and we got to do it again. But yeah, thanks so much for the cult dues. Your cult leader totally appreciates it. Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't hear about this. Peter says it's a big fair in Washington. It's a complete disaster. Trump grifted everyone and hired shoddy workers, and now it's all falling apart, and someone almost got hit by a piece of the stage. Wow, I did not hear anything about this. So thanks for letting me know. Maybe I'll check my Apple News later and see what's going on. Let's see. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, Johnny. So you haven't been leaving the house much at all lately because of your ankle surgery. You still can't put weight on your foot. That's to be expected. And I know from when I've had to have physical therapy on my ankle when I had a grade 2 ankle sprain in the 2000s or something like that. Yeah, I remember the first sessions are tough. You know, they're the hardest ones. You're in the most pain still, and you have the least mobility because of the injury and in your case surgery. But I remember by the time I was almost done with the surgery, I felt like I was at the gym. I was hitting it hard, doing all this stuff. And you're younger than me, you'll probably recover really well. So just know it's a process. And you know, even though you might not be at a place that you're loving right now, you'll most likely be a lot better really soon. I don't promise anything. I'm not a doctor or psychic or anything like that. Okay, some Fu Man Poo. So the reason why you went 100 watts is to kick out the jams mofos. And I think late models, I'm talking to you about rest in peace hearing. So, okay, yeah, West Coast. I see we're heating up too. You said we're heating into some heat next week. I saw that too. Like, we've had the most beautiful summer so far. We had the May gray, the June gloom. And even this morning, we had the no sky July. That's what I heard a weather forecaster call it here, a TV personality one. So let me see where we're going next week. I'm going to see some 80s for the first time in a few weeks. It's been like in the 70s. Like today's 79. All right, an 80 tomorrow, an 80 on Monday, 81 early next week. So that's warming up a little bit for us. Yeah, we live by the coast, and often on these early warm-ups, we get still some benefit from living by the coast. So all bets are off though once like an August heat wave comes. Okay, AJ says the DC fair was canceled because it sucked. I'll have to read about that. Let's see. Nikki says fireworks all week so far here, huh? Maybe it's cheaper in your states because like the illegal fireworks that go off here, they're all brought in from like I think Nevada and Missouri, stuff like that. So maybe it's just more of a pain. And I saw there were several, like 2 or 3 major busts in the news, like firework busts, like people keeping like $100,000 of illegal fireworks in their home and garage, and they're sleeping there with their wife and kids, and like, what? You could die from this, you know? But anyway, I saw a few of these residential busts, so hopefully that took a lot of product out of the market off the streets. Heidi says there were some mishaps to the DC events, but they've been going strong for a good bit too. Last a few weeks. I'll see what's going on. I'm just kind of curious now. Peter got me curious about what's happening. Matt, tired of all the hating by the leftists. Well, I don't like your attitude here. When you call people leftists, it makes it sound like you're being a bigot. Like if people have beliefs that are left of center from yours, it makes them a leftist and a bad person. So please don't be a bigot, please. You know, that's, I don't want to see rightists be so have such a precious snowflake attitude that they can't handle diversity of opinion or something like that. Because, you know, knock on wood, we still live in a free country. So please don't be a bigot towards people who express a different point of view than yours. That's not going to be tolerated here. We have people left, right, center. Everything is here. So if you're going to come out and just be a dick to people who are leftists, whatever that means, like, hey, I often vote for Democrats. You know, I can't remember the last time I voted for a Republican, to be honest with you. Does that make me a leftist? You know, because I'm not into, like, you know, like supplementing billionaires and stuff like that, taking healthcare away from people. So yeah, a lot of things I vote for are like in my self-interest. I like, you know, like have healthcare. That's, you know, pretty important to me. I'm not, you know, so I'm saying, does that make me a leftist that I'm trying to like maximize like my self-interests? And I think my self-interests aren't that selfish. I just like to be able to go to the doctor and, you know, not die and shit like that. And AJ Rain points out a great point. We actually really have no true like left-leaning party in the United States. What we know as the Democratic Party is a pretty moderate party. It's not like progressive Democrats or something like that, you know. So it's funny how people get triggered even by a pretty conservative Democratic Party. That's how split we are politically right now. Hey, you're different from me, go F yourself. That's pretty much what a lot of people are like right now, Matt. No, don't call me a fucking cupcake. Go fuck yourself, Matt. If you're gonna come here and be a dick, I can be a bigger dick. So hide user on this channel. All right, gone. I'm not in the mood for people coming here being a dick and then calling me names, stuff like that. You're out of here. I'm not okay. I'll be a cupcake, but Matt, you're watching still. I know you're a precious snowflake. Again, how come so many people on the right? Since you can generalize about leftists, I'm going to generalize about rightists. How come I see so many people on the right? Not all, not Heidi, not others, you know, but there's a lot who are precious snowflakes, particularly these right-wing dude manosphere guys. They act all tough. I'm bitching. I look like GFK. I inject steroids and suntan. They act all tough, and then they're such precious snowflakes. They can't handle people who are different from them and get all triggered when they get called out on their bullshit. So anyway, cupcakes are awesome. Precious snowflakes not awesome. Precious snowflakes are just annoying people to deal with. You know, grow a pair. Learn to accept that people are different from you. If you can't, you know, you're going to have a hard time getting through life unless you live in a really, like, you know, non-diverse place where everyone's like you and you don't get triggered when you see a person say or do something that is not in alignment with your weird systems of beliefs. Anyway, yeah, let's continue on, fellow cupcakes. And I'm sorry about it. I had a dealing with someone too that I didn't want to deal with today too. So I'm a little I'm not in the mood to get bullied or anything right now, or just have someone try to shit on me, because I'm a decent human being. I don't deserve people shitting on me. I don't come here and shit on you. Unless you shit on me, then I'll shit on you even harder. So anyway, vegan cupcakes for the win. You think he just didn't like the criticism about the 250 celebrations? Well, that's part of America. We can criticize. We have free speech. You know, I mean, that's how it works, unfortunately. You can say things that, you know, like might offend people. You know, that's life, you know. So, you know, I think Peter is free to say that the stage broke and hit someone. I mean, these sound like objective facts about reality that happened. He didn't say that the president's a moron or whatever. He just said, you know, he underpaid the workers. I don't know if that's true or not, but the stage fell apart. It sounds like, can someone fact check it? Did the stage fall apart or not? Yes or no? That sounds like something that we can easily check. Not to say it makes a difference. I'm just saying, I don't see why that makes Peter a horrible person. Yeah, Travis, no, the F your feelings crowd are usually the first ones to hurt feelings. I know, I see it all the time. It's such an irony, you know? Like me, Mr. Leftist here, I'm chill. If you're just going to be a dick, though, I'll just block you and move on. I'm not offended. I just don't want to deal with any more bullshit today, because I already did deal with some bullshit today from a person I despise. So anyway, let's move on. What's that, D Rabbit White? Leftist cooks just dropped 5, almost 6-hour video called Fascists Don't Eat Vegetables. Took me 4 or 5 days to get through. I saw the thumbnail for that. Yeah, it had Jordan Peterson on the cover or something like that. I didn't read it, but it just backs up what I was saying. I don't know if they're kooks or not, and if all leftists are kooks or just these particular leftists were kooks. I'm not sure what the context of your statement is there, D-Rabbit, but my point is, it backs up what I was saying earlier. This right-wing manosphere thing is, these dudes hate vegans. Jordan Peterson came out and expressed his despise of vegans, and Joe Rogan's been trashing on veganism for years. Matt Walsh, all these guys come out and say vegans are horrible people and we suck and all this stuff. So I mean, I didn't see that video, but if I understand the concept they're going for, on the face of it, there's truth there. AJ, watch Aaron Parnas. That name does not ring a bell, AJ. Tell me who Aaron Parnas is. Taylor Swift is now married? Really? I was not aware of that. What's that? Hey, Peter, Brian Tyler Cohen has completely ripping Donald Trump for his state fair. Okay, yeah, I know who Brian Tyler Cohen is. Yeah, I could find him on YouTube. I'll watch one of his vids covering, because, people might call him a leftist or whatever, But from what I've seen from Brian Tyler Cohen, he when he reports events, he reports them like, here's what happened, here's the fact, all evidence, video, whatever. He's not just making shit up and just waxing on about some fantasy opinion that's not based in reality. So he might have some opinions, but they're grounded. Typically, maybe he's gone off before. I'm not saying 100% of the time he's grounded objectively, but I'll check it out. Yeah, but let's move on. Let's not get caught up in crap. Let's see, Heidi. Yeah, you've been seeing all the World Cup tourists. You do think it's cool that so many World Cup tourists realize that America is amazing and they were misled by the media. Yeah, when you get down to it, it's a great country. I mean, Boston, what you're seeing, they're saying there, it's an amazing city from what I remember. We have good people, good places. It's a good country. Just the politics here is really effed up. The corporate capitalism greed thing here is really effed up. There's just so many things in play that make life here way worse than it has to be. But when you get down to it, it's a lovely place. But hopefully it'll stay that way, But yeah. Okay, yeah, the leftist cooks is their channel name. Are they cooks or kooks? They are based in Ireland. Okay, awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll check out that video if I got the time, but you said it's super long. I didn't realize that. VLAM wants to know, would I eat poop for $20,000? Be honest. Wow, I don't know what kind of freak would make that wager or whatever with me, but I can't imagine eating poop, right? I mean, I just can't imagine eating poop. I don't know. Would you do it for $1 billion? I just can't imagine eating poop. I don't care what price or money you put on. I just can't imagine eating poop. Your work is holding a competition for a cash bonus. Whoever predicts the World Cup winner, I'll make a prediction here. I'm gonna say England's gonna win. Is that a good one? I'm making a good choice there. I don't know. What does it mean to be a cupcake? I really don't know. I've never been called a cupcake before. I think he's trying to say I'm a precious snowflake or something like that. A cupcake, it's really delicate or something like that. No, he's the one that got triggered by seeing people who had a different opinion from him. That doesn't trigger me. I get triggered though when I see someone displaying bigoted language. So that does piss me off because I don't like. I have no tolerance for the intolerant people, as Austin Powers said. Okay, Aaron Parnas, thank you, AJ, was just called by CNN an independent journalist. He is a 26-year-old attorney who does truly honest reporting of the news, like Brian Tyler Cohen. Cool. Is he on Is he on YouTube, or is he on like, is he more on TikTok or something like that? Because yeah, Cohen's been on like YouTube forever, you know. So I've seen him for a long time. I haven't watched a Brian Tyler Cohen video in a long time, but I've seen a lot. I can't give you an exact number, 50 videos, 100 maybe over the many years. They gave Jordan Peterson the nickname Jordan Beefeaterson. Oh, maybe I will watch it. Let's see. I'm missing some of your comments there. Let's see. Okay. I mentioned England. I was just guessing. I have no idea if England's still in the running. Our teams, have teams been eliminated at this point? I don't know. I just picked England because I just took a guess. I haven't seen a game. I haven't seen a highlight. I haven't seen anything of the whole FIFA, whatever it is. Nothing against it. I have nothing against soccer, football, all that stuff. It's all cool. Just not my sport that I typically watch sports that I either play or have played in my life. I'll watch surfing, skateboard. I don't do those anymore really, but yeah, I've done those a lot. I watch tennis, you know. I'm a big fan of I was a fan of Federer, a huge fan of Carlos Alcaraz now. You know, I watch stuff like I watch basketball, obviously. Yeah, I don't watch soccer too much. Just like I don't watch like volleyball and stuff, you know, just not too interested, but it's cool if you guys like it. Totally cool. I'm not knocking it. You know, I have other things I can be doing. I go like here, I could be like not tonight, but other nights. Like, Jay, I want to work on a song, but the Lakers are playing tonight. Shit, I got to watch the Lakers. You know, it's like I got to put the song on hold. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm not going to go watch stuff that I don't really have any interest in. Okay, we're Aaron Parnas. He's on YouTube and Substack. Interesting, AJ. I wonder why I haven't been getting any recommendations for Aaron Parnas. You know, maybe because I haven't clicked on too many Brian Tyler Cohen videos or anything recently, or, you know. Why are the questions so freaky today? Porcelain doll. Would I eat a non-vegan cupcake for 50? Oh, is this the same person here coming back with the cupcake? I don't trust you. I think you're like back with another account. Travis has Argentina winning the final. You like to see Ghana win it. Okay, let me ask you, when is it all over? Is it over this weekend? That's what I'm kind of guessing. Like, this is the final weekend. Am I right about that? Like, all be done, all the crazy stuff, you know, people partying and stuff. I just kind of don't like a bunch of partying. You know, I hear people screaming stuff. It doesn't really bug me. I just kind of waiting for it to be over. Not like, hey, get off my lawn. I'm hoping it'll be done. You know, there's worse things that happen in my neighborhood than people screaming at soccer, you know. But I just I wouldn't mind it to be done sooner rather than later. Oh, Fu Manpu, a plumbing tragedy? Holy crap. Is it crap? Plumbing, like, you know, you pooped it too hard? Hopefully you're good. Oh, what happened, Late Mal? You have stitches in your head right now? I hope it doesn't leave a scar for future head shaving. Did you have it sounds like something happened like recently, like this week or something? Some kind of like cut, or what happened? Let us know, Late Model. Oh, AJ, fireworks are going nuts on your street? Wow, I'm sorry. I don't know why they're not going nuts here. That's a good way to look at it, Late Model. For $50,000, you'd eat the cupcake, the little tiny non-vegan cupcake, and then take the $50,000, give it to an animal charity or sanctuary. That sounds like a good idea. I don't know if I would do that, but I might. But I'm not sure. I have to think about this, you know. But yeah, giving it to a vegan charity or a vegan animal rescue, not a bad idea. LeBron James is leaving the Lakers. Yeah, he's already said he's not coming back. And he was really polite about it. He gave them heads up right before like NBA free agency started happening so they could plan accordingly. Like, how much do we salary cap space do we have? None or a ton, you know? So he's really cool about it. I don't think he said where he's going yet. I thought it was down to 2 teams I read. I think The Golden State Warriors was one of them, and I forgot the other one. Might have been Cleveland, back to where he started, which would be a really appropriate like end to his career whenever that happens, you know. So yeah, LeBron James is no longer a Laker. Wow, Aaron has been shadow banned lately, especially on TikTok. Oh yeah, TikTok. Isn't that owned by Oracle, who is one of Larry Ellison, billionaire, and donated tons to Trump's campaign. So I wonder if there's any connection to that political leaning of its leadership. Oh, you had a biopsy on your head. Okay. That's okay, right? It's like you didn't fall or hurt yourself. Was it a planned thing? Like just something you want to get checked out? A little hole punch. Yeah, I'm actually going to try to see a dermatologist soon. I have a doctor's appointment next month. It's got some blister here I want to get looked at. It doesn't cause me much trouble or anything, but it's been here for a while. But, from what I could tell, it's not something dangerous. But while I'm there, I'm going to have them look at a couple sunspots and things. I've never really had a dermatologist see me my entire life. So I thought now, at age soon to be 59. Speaking of which, I looked at the calendar. My birthday falls on a Friday this year at the end of the month. So I guess I'm going to do a birthday live stream at the end of the month. So that'll be weird. I think I was born like at 7 or 7:30 p.m. I'll look at my birth certificate, which I found. So I can find the exact moment during the live stream because I stream from 6 to 8 p.m. So I'll have my exact birthday. Okay, nothing seriously. I was trying to figure out a skin thing. Well, I hope it works out. Fine. It comes back non-serious. I did see a dermatologist. Now I think about it. It was a long time ago. Maybe 15, 20 years ago. There's a weird growth on my knee or something like that. We'll just scalpel it out and have a look at it, and it turned out to be fine. Who are the Lakers going to pick up? Well, they picked up a bunch of people this week, Uncle. Just go to type in Lakers news. They signed like 4 or 5 people over the past, not yesterday, but the past 2 days before that. Start off with Kessler from the Utah Jazz, a center. I think he got like $33 million a year deal or something like that. He's got a great outside shot, a good defender, a good rim protector, kind of like Rudy Gobert, but with a shot, actually. They signed another big white European Russian dude from the Raptors. I can't pronounce his name. It's a long kind of Russian kind of sounding name. Big power forward kind of guy. Austin Reeves re-signed. So they're calling it snow time because all the starters now are white dudes, So they're calling it Lakers snow time. So anyway, just thought I'd put that out there. Carmichael, Ron, you'll be getting the super chat. Maybe so. Yeah, I didn't plan my birthday to be on a Friday. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll celebrate my birthday. Like that night, later on after the live stream, or go out the next night, or some other day in the week before. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just realized that just in the past few days. I guess when I was all sad when Bodie was sick, I was like looking at my calendar and trying to figure out things to do around my birthday. Oh shoot, my birthday's a Friday. Okay, you guys know your birthday times as well. I gotta look. Yeah, I remember it was like somewhere in the early evening. My mom always liked to remind me about that because she has memories of when all that happened back many years ago. And I found my birth certificate and she was right. Your birth time is 6 in the morning, Uncle. Wow. Are you up at 6 usually? Get up in the morning. Hey, birthday. Yeah, are you an early bird, huh? Oh, okay, late model. You were born when Watergate breaking was literally happening, and your grandfather and Tricky Dicky were lifelong friends. Weird. Wow. How did your grandfather react to Tricky Dicky, aka Nixon, in the whole Watergate thing. Did he support him? Did he realize, okay, he's still my friend, but I think he did something kind of not cool and shady, or what? Oh, it's not our birthdays yet. Agnostic, but my birthday, yeah, still it's the end of the month. So yeah, just letting you guys know, Friday birthday live stream. Ooh, well, I thought you were gonna say 2:11 a.m. Heidi. It's like, wow, that's late in the night. Poor mom, you know. Oh, 2:11, much better. Wow, you need to get eye surgery. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Emily. A macular hole. I've never even heard of that. You're bummed because you've always tried to be healthy, but you guess sometimes it's just something that can happen as we age. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. All sorts of things can happen to us as we age. It's happen like just because we're vegan doesn't mean we can't get things that happen to people as they age. Exactly. So yeah, I hate when people oversell it. You know, like, oh, go vegan, you don't have to worry about your health. Yes, we do. We all have to worry about our health. It might lower the risks of many things, particularly some big ones like heart disease, diabetes, stroke. But you know, other benefits too. But yeah, please, yeah, we should not oversell it. So I wish you the best there. I'm sorry to hear that, and hopefully it's all going to work out good. Yeah, I can relate. As I'm getting older, I get more worried about things like this dumb blister that won't go away. So let's see. Wow, you're not an early bird, Nuncle. I didn't realize that. You worked night shift for most of your life. Holy wow. Your mom, AJ, was watching Johnny Carson and drinking a Coke and eating cheesecake right before you were born. Coke and cheesecake are your favorites. Go figure, huh? Okay, so your grandfather at least was honest. He thought Nixon was a good dude, but that Nixon messed up when trying to cover it up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you make a mistake, don't make it worse, right? You know, like just accept the responsibility for your mistake, own it, you know, but to like try to cover it up, yeah, that was the bigger moral problem, I imagine, right? Can't say I'm totally 100% like, you know, up on all the critical facts about Watergate. It's been a long time. So, I was a baby then too, but a long time since I like learned about it or, you know, looked into it. Yeah, strokes are tough. I know firsthand from family experience. Okay, it's a tear in the retina. Wow. And you have to get surgery for that. Well, I wish you the best, Emily. Hopefully the doctor has a good prognosis for you. Like, you know, the odds are, you know, the odds on prognosis is good. Let's see. D Rabbit says that Nixon was seriously considering UBI, Universal Basic Income. Wow, that's an idea way ahead of its time, but was talked out of it by Roy Cohn, Trump's or Cohn. I don't know that name. Trump's mentor. Interesting. Yeah, that sounds tough, late model. Just having any major thing that where your mobility and thinking are you know, negatively impacted permanently and living the rest of your life like that. Yeah, scary. Carmichael says that YouTube isn't letting you super chat right now. Interesting. Huh. You know what? I forgot to do the link. Huh, let me put the link where you can bypass the YouTube one. I totally forgot to do that today. My bad. Yeah, shows you how out of it I am today with the basketball and having to deal with a horrible human. I hate having horrible humans to deal with. Pin message. So yeah, if you want to bypass YouTube, I put the link up there, and I just pinned it to our the one that AJ uses that bypasses it. With the cool one, it goes through Streamlabs, which is my streaming software that I'm using right now. What's cool about that is they don't take the 40% cut that YouTube does. So that's really cool. AJ, and yeah, see, AJ's all fair here, you know. Not a fan of the current administration, but Nixon, as corrupt as he was, started the Environmental Protection Agency and had some progressive ideas like UBI. Oh, it's because YouTube keeps telling you your password is incorrect. Okay, Carmichael. Well, sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you mentioned that you couldn't leave a super chat tip because it reminded me that I failed to put that link to our Streamlabs super chat mechanism. But hope you get it figured out. Whoa. What's that, Bond? Just hoping to chill tonight after having a guy attack you and you made him go to sleep? Defense 100%. Whoa, what happened? If you don't want to relive the trauma, I totally understand. But if you want to tell us, like, what was the context of an attack? Like a physical, not a verbal attack? Like you're just doing something and someone attacked you? Yeah, are you okay? Huh. All right. Let me Okay, his name was Cone. I had it right, not Con. Cone. Okay. Um. Physical attack at the park was like a random, like a freak without warning kind of attack. Like, huh. Scandinavian. Why does Nixon have a bad reputation? Well, it's what got him ultimately to resign. He broke into the Democratic headquarters or something like that. He didn't do it, but he directed men to do it. And if that wasn't bad enough, after that, he tried to cover it up instead of owning up to it and taking responsibility. So he made just like two really bad ethical decisions right there. And at that time in American political life history, those kinds of things weren't accepted by the public and the other elected officials. So he had really no choice other than to resign. But I was a baby then, so I didn't really live through it like I couldn't really understand it fully when I was a baby. So what I learned about it, I learned afterwards. See what Bond has to say. That's cool, Johnny. You got some titanium in your body. Hey, titanium's an awesome metal, right? It's like lasts forever. It's super strong. It's light. So you got the cream of the crop metal in you, the apex of the vortex. Let's see, Carl, did I change the ad settings on the live stream? No, I haven't touched ad settings basically ever. Like, tell me, what are you seeing differently? Because I should have it set up that there are no ads. Let me look at my settings here, because YouTube has always been prompting me to like have mid-roll ads, and it'll tell me a little pop-up will come on saying now would be a great time for a mid-roll ad or whatever, and I'm like, no. I don't want to like subject you guys to watch an ad or anything like that, You can't figure out the Streamlabs thing, Carmichael. It must be the vegan brain fog, right? Huh? Oh yeah, good question there. AJ, are you using a VPN maybe, Carmichael? That could do some blocking. And late model, thanks for confirming. You're getting 0 ads. Great. And that's exactly what I want. The Brave browser, no YouTube ads. Sometimes web browser technologies that have ad blocking technologies built in, which I think yours does, that might have something to do with it, possibly. If you're on like just a more mainstream browser, like Safari, whatever the Microsoft one is now, Firefox, you probably it'd probably work is what I'm guessing. Okay, Carl, you're getting ads every 3 minutes. Wow, I'm so sorry, Carl. I don't know why that porcelain doll. Oh, you're so touching. I'm so glad you're concerned about my physical appearances. That's so touching that a complete stranger has such great concern for my well-being. Your hair is getting long. Do you ever braid it or do pigtails? Have you ever seen me like braid my hair or do pigtails? If so, you might have a point. Would would that please you? Would you be attracted to me more if I had braids or pigtails? Why are you asking such a question there? Do you like to see men with long hair and braids and pigtails? Or do you get triggered because a real man is like Joe Rogan, shaves his hair and doesn't try to look good or anything like that? You just gotta look tough and rugged and ragged and worn down, because that's what a real man is, tough and rough. You know, is that the kind of look you like? Because that's not the look I'm going for. My wife doesn't like that aesthetic in any way, shape, or form, and probably leave me if that was going to be my new thing. Like trying to act like a tough guy, you know? Not cool. Most quality women aren't into that kind of thing. You know, if you got a quality woman and you do that, good for you. You're lucky. Oh, it's good to know, late model. You've gotten ads on other channels' live streams, but not this one yet. And I tend to do that too, to keep it like that, to keep this live stream as ad-free as possible. Hey, it's this dude again. Did he change your name? It's Chain again. Hey, bro, good to be back. I look forward to Fridays. Awesome. I'm glad you changed your name, so thank you. Yeah, I urged you, and a few others did. So I'm glad you did. So thanks for the super chat tip, and thanks for changing your name from a name that a lot of us weren't really all that comfortable with. Wow, this Roy Cohn guy or Cohn dude doesn't sound like a great person. You've been rocking tiny pigtails when you work out? Awesome. I mean, sometimes when my hair is like this length or longer, I'll put it back, tie it, back in like, I don't know what's called, like a tail or something like that, like a samurai or something like that, simple, not fancy, just pull it, you see athletes, longer hair athletes doing that. But if you want to see me with pigtails, you're going to have to maybe give me a super giant tip here. You do a lot of steroids exercise? Well, good for you. Yeah, Fu Manpu, who was here earlier, he likes to take a bunch of steroids and pump iron. Not my thing. I'll lift weights, but I don't have any desire to do steroids along with that. Why is a man with pigtails bad? You need to accept everyone's orientation. Orientation? Who? Like, what are you saying? Why do you say if a man has pig? Let's unpack this bullshit. Then I'll block you in a second. So you're saying a man with pigtails, 100% for sure is gay? Like, where does that come from? Like if I were to wrap my hair in pigtails right now, all of a sudden would want to like not be with my wife anymore and kiss dudes? Is that how you're saying? Because that's crazy. I think he's just mad that we blocked him earlier. So what I'm going to do with Porcelain Doll here is I'm going to have fun with you. I am going to not block you. I'm going to put you in timeout. It's called the Naughty Corner. I'm going to put you in timeout for 10 minutes. See how that goes. You'd love to see Ryan in tiny pigtails. So yeah, Porcelain Doll dude, if you want to come and keep trolling, come back with another account or wait 10 minutes. You can sit here and just watch and be entertained for 10 minutes, but I'm not going to sit here and let you try to derail my live stream with your nonsense. What kind of nonsense? If a dude has pigtails, he has a different orientation? What kind of bigoted? See, I'm calling you out on your bigotry. You're so bigoted probably, you don't even know you are. You can't even see it. It's just so normal for you to be bigoted. Nicole, yes, I am vegan, as the channel name says down there and everything. Yeah, I've been vegan since 2010. You have a question about that? But yeah, if you wanted to confirm I'm vegan before proceeding on with further questions, we got past that. Anyway, people are jealous of my luscious locks. Yeah, my hair just keeps on growing, despite what VD was saying, how it was like 5 years ago, I was going bald, and I still have the same kind of hair situation now as then. Hasn't changed all that much. What's that lead model? Your friend has a cherry tree. Oh shit, don't say anymore. And he's got over 40 pounds. Jealous. This year he gave you 3 giant Ziploc bags of them. No, don't tell me that. No, I'm cool. I'm happy for you. Hopefully it was a good cherry season for you. Because down here, farmers said that it was we had a heat wave like in February. So the cherries ripened really early, and they didn't just taste all that great this year. I've just not been, the few times I bought cherries at the market, even from our farmers, like a couple times maybe I bought cherries 5 times, 2 of the 5 times, they're pretty good. The other 3 times, that wasn't worth my money. So it's been disappointing to not really go crazy this year for my favorite fruit, cherries. Hey, Carmichael, got a chat through. All right. I'm glad you figured out. Did you have to like turn off a VPN, or did the vegan brain fog finally lift, or what's that? Exercise. He's making the point that Joe Rogan does steroids. Oh, yeah. Totes. Yeah. Joe's been open about his use of not steroids per se, but testosterone replacement therapy, which is rich because he says vegans don't have proper levels of testosterone. And I showed from my testosterone test, my free and total testosterone, where this test was like maybe 4 years ago, something like that. They're super high. They're like the dude, it would be for a dude that's like 29 or 30 or something like that, like their prime testosterone years. So, but Joe's got to get shots, but the vegans are all deficient and having low testosterone. I can't make this crap up. But yeah, that's it. Joe, has a long history of bagging on vegans, even despite what the facts say. Move the line. You want to keep growing your hair out, but you might go for a Jeff Bridges cut instead. Wow, what's Jeff Bridges cut? And Carmichael, thanks again for your super chat tip. You were chomping. Oh, you this time you did it through YouTube as well, so you figured out both. Well, you don't have vegan brain fog. You did Streamlabs and YouTube super chat tips, so kudos, awesome. You're chomping a bunch of cherries in the car today. Oh, guys, don't tell me that. And someone uses my name, Happy Healthy Vegan. I don't know how someone got that name. Anyway,
Get well soon, Bodie.
That Bodie, towards the vet fees. Well, thank you, whoever that was there. Thank you so much. But yeah, we had a pretty decent vet bill, considering he went earlier this month for his annual exam. Then we're back again like 2 odd weeks later, and then got some tests done. Like I told you, urinalysis. They gave him some medication. They gave him a sub-skin hydration fluid thing to help him out. So it was a pretty good bill. He could have bought some nice stuff with that. So yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Wow, that's quite the meal there, VLAM. Sausage muffin for breakfast with Beyond Sausage and super firm tofu and Violife Cheddar's cheese. Wow, that sounds like the meal. Hey, BZ Vegan, having a dehydrated fava bean protein like soy curls. Yeah, I had some soy curls the other night. With noodles with General Tao sauce. Nikki, you get unsolicited negative comments from others about your hair. Yeah, why do people feel like they have the right to like talk crap about people's hair? It's like, like, do they have like, are they awesome? Do they look like Brad Pitt all the time or something? They have this bitchin' nice, perfect haircut or something like that. I mean, what is it? Just let people be. Yeah, Carmichael, I've got some at the store too, like both at like Whole Foods and Sprouts, and it's kind of hit or miss. A couple times, pretty good. Other times, not that good. So I'm just not buying cherries anymore this season. I'm just gonna wait till next year. Oh, Carl, there's something. No, I checked my settings. No one else is getting the ads, Carl. I mean, if you have to go, I totally understand. Because, yeah, having ads all the time makes it unwatchable. But I'm not sure what to tell you. Maybe come back again, or come back on a different app or something like that. Use a web browser or vice versa. But you shouldn't be getting a bunch of ads because I don't have ads turned on for this stream. Let me see if there's any more settings I can check really quick about ads and all. Let's see. Okay, nothing about ads there. I am not seeing anything. Oh, monetization. Let me see. Oh, let me try something, Carl. Let me do something. I see a setting. Carl, come back. I found a setting. Let me check it out one more time. I think YouTube must have defaulted to some new thing. Let me see. Okay. I see it was on some kind of automatic frequency thing. So I set it to manual, meaning I actually have to hit a button to make an ad happen. So let anyone notice, let me know if you notice anything differently, if you're getting more ads, because you shouldn't get any. But yeah, apparently it was permitted to do ads before. So now I have to check to see if this is a setting I can just set it and forget it for all future live streams, or I have to remember every Friday to change it. So anyway, learn something new every week. Scandinavian, I have a cow? No. People are weird about you being bald, XX. Like, why? A lot of people are bald. Joe Rogan's bald. What's the big deal? Yeah, bald boys need love too, right? You know? Like, Simnet Nutrition shaved his hair off now. He looks cool. Nothing wrong with having no hair. I'm just gonna keep my hair as long as I can, you know, since I'm 59 basically. Oh, hey, Vegan Metalhead, formerly Vegan Metalhead. You've been listening to the stream. Totally cool. That's what I encourage people to do. If you can't like watch, you're doing something else, cooking or whatever, just listen. Because really, when you get down to it, nothing really happens too often on this live stream that's like visually exciting. Like you gotta see it. Occasionally I'll put some weird like person, some trolls quote into the poop wall or something like that. But I haven't had any poop wall people for like a while. XX, I seem younger? Wow. Thank you, I guess. You know, I should look older today because I played some serious basketball. Yeah, let's just quickly look at what your cult leader did today. It was quite a lot. I haven't had a chance to check out my workout today, so we can go through it together. Here, basketball. Okay, so let's see if I can get it in frame here. I'm trying my best. I know there's reflection, but let's see. I had 2.5 hour workout there, 2.3 hours. Active calories, 1,277 calories. 1,277, and that's just active. You count the total calories. 1,558 calories were expended during my basketball play today. Average heart rate of 135 BPM. And we'll look at my heart rate zones here. Oh God, this is crazy. So I spent 45 minutes in zone 1, 24 minutes in zone 2. Now this is crazy now. Zone 3, 25 minutes. I spent 31 minutes in zone 4. That's with a heart rate of 144 to 55. 34 minutes. And then zone 5, heart rate 156 BPMs or more. 156 up. 25 minutes, 21 seconds in zone 5. Let's see. It looks like I had a max heart rate today of 170. So, yeah, supposedly, although all vegans are weak, and I spent almost an hour in zone 4 and 5. That's crazy, for a dude about to turn 59. So, when's all this crazy bad stuff supposed to happen to my athleticism and stuff? Patrick Stewart talking about handsome bald dudes, right? Yeah. Vegan is guy. I love your hair. Please God, let me keep it. I'm going to keep mine as long as I can. Let's see. I talked about my cats earlier. Bodhi the cat was not feeling good for most of this week. Do I eat animal crackers? No. Should I? Are they vegan? But I don't even remember eating them much when I was non-vegan. You forgot about the poop wall. It's been a while, huh, Emily? Huh? We haven't had any real people saying stupid stuff for the poop wall. AJ, either your hands are huge, me, Ryan, or your phone is tiny. Both are true. I have decently big hands. I can grip a basketball, and I have a iPhone 13 mini. They don't make these anymore. Like, if you go to an Apple store and, like, the people at work that change batteries, they know, like, we're crazy. We hang on to this phone, even though it's like, it's old. I think it came out in like 2020 or 21, something like that. They're old phones, but they don't make them this small anymore. And I personally don't like walking around with a big, heavy thing in my pocket. Like, a lot of times I'll run with my phone in my pocket. But if I try to put Angie's regular size heavy iPhone in my pocket, it's all huge and it just feels crazy. So yeah, there's a whole cult of us that just keep hanging on to these. I changed the battery a year and a half ago to give it another like maybe 3-4 years of life. So I'm thinking maybe I'll upgrade my phone in 2027 or 2028. Not going to upgrade it this year, but yeah, get a few more years out of it, and just by then they'll have some really good phones that'll be like great for Apple Intelligence, stuff like that. Just get a new one then, but I'll be bummed. This is a great tiny phone, not sponsored by Apple or iPhone Mini or anything like that. Tina, will we ever do another Catalina Island video again? I don't know. I'm not sure. We haven't really traveled since 2019, like spent the night somewhere. So I don't know. We don't have a cat sitter anymore, and our cats are getting older, and it's harder to like have strangers take care of them. So I'm not sure we're gonna do. Like I tell you, this week, Bodhi was sick. He had to go to the vet, get tested and stuff like that, get some drugs in him. So I don't know. Right now, like, traveling's on hold. But I do love it out there. It is gorgeous. It's one of my favorite places to be. Carmichael, don't worry, the bad stuff's going to happen maybe 20 years vegan, right? They were telling me this when I started the channel, Carmichael, like, in 2013, 2014. They said, oh man, you've only been vegan since 2010, 3 years. Wait till you're 5 years vegan. It's all going to fall apart. I made it there. Well, wait till you're 7. Like, now it's like, what we're talking, like, this will be 16 years? Like, they keep moving the goalpost back. Yeah, wait till you've been vegan for 80 years. You're gonna pass on. It's like, yeah, we all will. Anyway, Carmichael, is 2021 considered an old phone? Well, let's ask Shlomo here. What year did the iPhone Mini 13 come out? Let's see if Shlomo knows. Let's see. I actually have to click into it. Okay. Waiting. The phone's a little slow. Yeah, it came out in 2021. September of 2021. I think I got it around then too. So yeah, that's considered an old by cell phone. The pace of cell phone technology development and evolution. Yeah, a 5-year-old phone is considered old. My computer is from 2021, my Mac Studio, and it's a really solid computer still. Oh, thank you, Late Model. Thank you so much for the Kitty Vet Fund. I appreciate that, Late Model. Thanks so much. You guys are awesome. Thanks. Did Angie hear that? Did you hear me, Angie? No. Yeah, Late Model gave us a really generous super chat tip, $50 for Bodhi's Vet Fund. Oh, Angie says thank you too. No, thank you. Awesome. Yeah.
Let them know that I worked really hard this week on making like the ultimate list of what's plant-based and DCA.
Yeah.
On happyhealthyvegan.org. And I'm hoping to figure out how to turn it into a video.
Yeah, Angie. Just yesterday published to our website, happyhealthyvegan.org, a very comprehensive list of all the vegan foods that you can get right now at Disney California Adventure. And she's hoping to somehow, because she has, even though it's a web story, with photos, there's video too. So she's hoping to be able to utilize that video footage and make a YouTube video about it. So we'll see how that comes out. So yeah, check it out on our website. What's that?
It's quite the project.
It is quite the project, yeah. But thank you so much, Late Model, for the kitty phone. That really helps out. I'll put AJ's donation in there too, and same with Carmichael's. We'll put it all into the kitty fund for this week.
With me right now.
Is he sitting with you? Yeah. Does he seem happy?
He seems like he's waiting for dinner.
I
bet. Their family time.
Yeah, our Bodhi. Was it Heidi? You scolded your laptop today for suggesting an update tonight. Like literally just updated less than a month ago. Should be like once a year thing, dang. What do you have, an Apple or a Windows one? Because I know Apple's been very aggressive lately pushing out security updates, like ones that they would have just waited to roll out in a week or two or a month. Well, they want to get them out now because you guys may have heard of like that Anthropic model, Mythos, and even Fable. Before it got banned, it came back in a weaker version after that. Anyway, they're afraid that hackers have at least had access to the really powerful model Mythos, which is able to find exploits and operating systems and all sorts of software. So they're aggressively rolling out patches. I updated a lot of my stuff this week too. When Bodhi's sick, I'm sitting around. Oh, okay, I'll just use this time to update. So don't hold off. Seriously, if your computer or laptop or whatever or device needs or is requesting an update, do it. And I still need to do a few more things here. I haven't got them all, but take this seriously right now because AI is changing the computer security game. Like computer exploits that would take months for people to figure out, and they need a lot of people, a lot of time, even a lot of money to do it. Some of these AI things are finding it rather quickly and finding exploits where they thought there would never be any. So yeah, update your stuff. Yeah, especially right now, because security is going to be a really weird game now, trying to outrun bad guys using AI, really powerful models, not like ChatGPT, but really, really powerful ones like Anthropic's Mythos to crack your software and crack security, not only against you, but like banking, who knows, So yeah, that's Apple. Yeah, so I guess it was Apple, Heidi. Yeah, definitely update. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the butt. But yeah, definitely go for it. Don't put these off right now. But I got to practice what I preach. I did about half of my stuff. Now I think I just have one more device to update. No, two. I got to do one of Angie's computers. No, I guess I'm responsible for Angie's stuff too. So I got to move on to her stuff. But yeah, update. Don't get hacked. You do what Bestie says. See, yep, me and Bestie saying the same thing. Yes. In general, updating is a good thing, but right now it's like imperative. Make sure you're staying up to date. It's a pain in the butt, but it's unfortunate. That's what we have to do right now. Carmichael, yeah, I forgot you binge watched a bunch of my old videos earlier today. He said, yeah, come on, Ryan, in that video of yours you watched today, Lear Keith says, all vegans get that pale look. Like, that's weird. I've heard many people say that. I didn't know. As soon as you stop eating meat, if you go out into the sun, you are unable to get a suntan. I didn't know that was that like there's some component in meat that lets you suntan, and if you don't get that, you can sit out in the sun all day on the tropics, you're gonna still be pale. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, that's completely objectively false. It doesn't work that way. But people say stupid stuff about vegans all the time. Uncle Linux, I'm not sure I about updating your Linux, but I imagine so. I mean, because yeah, the software hackers will crack anything they can. So yeah, update your Linux, update all your stuff. Dawn, no, I'm not watching any of the World Cup. I haven't seen a second of it, a highlight of it. Not that I'm against it. I just don't have time. I was saying earlier, I barely have time to watch like sports that I really enjoy. Ones I play myself and watching like professionals do it. So I don't have time for sports that I really don't know much about it. I'm happy that the people around the world are enjoying World Cup. That's great. We need things to be happy about. I'm not like a party pooper, but it's just not my thing. Okay, so back to the animal crackers. They are vegan, except for the shape. So it's still vegan. Yeah, late mod. I know you. Yeah, you watch the the baseball playoffs, right? The World Series and all the playoffs and all that stuff. But yeah, you watch regular season stuff too. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some baseball games. I like a few years ago in 2 consecutive seasons. I went to Angel Stadium to watch for the show, the Otani, Otani, the great, he's now a Dodger. Back then he was an Angel, so I went twice because they had like Otani nights. They give out free Otani t-shirts. Have you ever worn one? I got a few because they're extra large and you can't wear them. I have these cool Otani shirts. They're really awesome. But they're Angels shirts, and it's kind of a weird team to be representing, I guess. I never see people wearing Angels stuff, really. But yeah, it's cool. I know how baseball works. I understand, how the rules and how it's played. Yeah, I don't understand all the deep strategy, but it's just not my thing. But yeah, I have nothing against it. I had a fun time. Yeah, we made a video how it was kind of tough for us to find vegan stuff there. It was really weird. We're like just a few miles from like the Disneyland Resort where there's vegan food all over the place, basically. At Anaheim Stadium, Angel Stadium, I felt like I was in the 1980s again. Like, wow, they have not progressed at all since I last went to a baseball game. Wow, you averaged 35 games a year before you left the Bay. Well, they got well, depends if you're in Britain. You just get into the city and go to the park there. What's it called now? Is it Oracle Park? Is that it? Oh, I love that Bodhi means spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, I don't know how spiritual our cat Bodhi is, but we gave him a very spiritual name because we're Buddhist more or less, and secondly, I love the movie Point Break. What can I say? Keanu Reeves and Bodhi, Johnny Utah and Bodhi. It's an awesome movie. Right? Like, can anyone dispute that fact that Point Break, it's kind of corny and cheesy, it's just an awesome movie. It's full of like great laughs and quotable quotes. But anyway,
thanks for the tip.
Hey, thanks, Bernard. We don't like to spam for others' videos or anything like that. So yeah. Well, thanks for the tip though, but yeah. So anyway, let's see, Carmichael, have I met any in person, any other kind of leaders in veganism? Like, yeah, I've never met Joey Carbstrong in person. We've chatted with him live. We were doing a fundraiser together. He seems really cool. I'd love to spend some more time with him. Seems really relatable, very passionate. We've met Ed before. We were on a panel at VegFest LA a few years back, and I didn't really get to spend much time with him. We were busy. He's busy. We're all doing our stuff there at the VegFest. He seemed like a really cool dude. I'd like to spend more time with him. Yeah, Mike the Vegan and I have hung out many, many times. Totally cool guy. What I love about all these guys, they're cool. And I'd be damn shocked if any of them ever one day made a "Why I'm no longer vegan" video. Can you imagine Joey Carbstrong making a "Why I'm no longer vegan" video? I can't imagine. So yeah, those are people I don't have to worry about. Like, they're not in it because it's trendy and whatever. And you hear them just talk about fasting all the time. Nothing against fasting. I'm just saying usually those are the people that are not like the ones I'm gonna bet my money on that they're gonna be vegan forever if they're just talking about diet and losing weight and stuff like that. Yeah, we've done Vegan Jeopardy with him before, late model. Yeah, he likes to take that to the different Veg Fest, the Vegan Jeopardy game. Yeah, he's super nice and surprisingly tall. Not as tall as me, but you wouldn't think he's that tall. Okay, I did get it right. It is Oracle Park. Awesome. And yeah, Uncle's pointing out, did you hear that Disney is having one-day evening tickets for $59, limited time offer? I think it's like a couple weeks in July, maybe early August. It's because we can't go to the park. Me and Angie, people with the magic keys, the what's that called? The park pass thing. The more expensive ones, if you pay like $1,000 or more a person, you can go in the summertime. But for the rest of us that don't make that kind of coin, yeah, we can't go. So, and they charge more in the summers as well. So the attendance has been quite low. I'm really jealous. I'll look at the wait times because there's a little app that we use to like book things. And man, it takes only 15 minutes to get on this ride right now. It's usually like 45 minutes. Like, God, it's like we're jealous. So Disney's feeling it, so they're trying to entice people to go in the evenings for $59. So, yeah, I guess they're realizing, they need us. They need us in there to fill the parks. Yeah, the cheapest park pass it's gotten every year. It's not every year. It's been steadily rising. It's probably gone up a couple $100 since we got it, but it's totally worth it. You really just need to go like three and a half times, and it's paid for. And we usually go like 3 times a month or something like that. Again, we don't go all day and party and stuff like that. You got it if you're paying like $200 a ticket to get in and $40 for parking. You got to get your money's worth. But since we know how to park for cheap and I pay by the hour, and we don't have to stay all day. We're not paying $200 a ticket, so we just go for a few hours, like 3-4 hours, and go home and have lunch and get back to work. Just a way to get out in the morning, have a little snack, have a little coffee with my wife or something like that, get some steps in, and stay a little fit. Let's see. AJ, yeah, Point Break, right? You like that? No one else really reacted to Point Break, huh? I'm already thinking, like, what movie am I gonna see for my birthday? Because we have kind of a weird, long-standing tradition in this house where when you're having a birthday, you get to pick a movie without having to discuss it with the other person. Because usually we come to a consensus through a democratic discussion, but on the birthday, you just get to call the movie, no questions asked. So Point Break, maybe. I haven't seen that for a while. I was also thinking The Little Buddha, one of my favorite movies. Another movie with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves has been in so many great movies. I'm not even counting The Matrix and stuff like that, but Jack Wick or John Wick, whatever. But yeah, that's another amazing movie. Last time we saw it, no streaming service had it. You couldn't even rent it. It was somehow, I guess, in between distributors or something like that. We had to watch it on it was kind of illegally or something like that. But now it's on, you can rent it, stream it and stuff like that. We can see it in its beautiful fidelity. It's made by an amazing, classic, old school, Italian film director. I can't pronounce or think of his name exactly right now. But yeah, might watch The Little Buddha again. If you've never seen The Little Buddha, and you think you've seen all the amazing Keanu Reeves movies, no, you have to see The Little Buddha. I think it's his best role ever. Better than Bill and Ted, better than Neo, and anything. It's his best role. He plays an amazing Buddha or Siddhartha. He's awesome. He's off the charts. It makes me cry how good he plays the Buddha. So anyway, check out The Little Buddha if you've never seen it. Oh, you love Keanu, wish he was vegan. He seems like a really cool dude, too. Not like your typical Hollywood douchebag kind of guy. Seems really chill, down to earth for being such a famous actor. He's starred in so many iconic in so many iconic roles in so many movies that are ingrained in our culture. So anyway, let's see. Metalhead, you've been friends with a guy who has been vegan since 1986. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to make a no longer vegan video about him, huh? Top 5 countries I would like to visit. Let me think off the top of my head. I told you I want to go to the United Kingdom. I'd like to visit some castles, maybe go to Wales or something like that. I would like to go to Asia. Maybe Japan, maybe South Korea, maybe Taiwan. I don't know. I'd like to do an Asia trip. I would like to go to Australia, which could be done on an Asia trip. I would like to go to Spain, France, and Portugal as well. Bucket list, I don't think I'll ever do it. I think that the idea of seeing the Taj Mahal would be really cool, but I think it'd just be way too much to do that, actually, traveling all the way there in India and everything. So all those other countries I mentioned, I could see that being possible. But yeah. The Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah, you have to see it, Carmichael. When you're walking down Hollywood Boulevard, either as a tourist or if you're trying to go see a movie or go to a club or a business there, you're walking on all these Hollywood stars. I haven't done it in a long time, but yeah, I used to live not too far from there. So I often had business or things to do that took me into that area. So yeah, seen it many times. Wow, Keanu talks to people when he takes the bus or subway. See, super cool guy. He seems like a really awesome person, the coolest big Hollywood star of all time. Uncle, the best time you ever had at Disney was when you got in with a girl on Girl Scout Day. Hardly anyone was there 8 a.m. to noon. Wow. Yeah, now people go. Like, it's called a rope drop. Like, they let you in at 8 and they have a rope and they drop it, then you're able to go. People know about this now. It's crowded at rope drop. If you don't get there early for rope drop, you're in the back, you're screwed. Fortunately, we've never done that. I have no plans to do that. But yeah, even trying to get to Disneyland early is a major pain in the ass, because a lot of people are doing it. It's not uncrowded at 8 a.m. It's super busy. In fact, it's probably best to get there like at 9 or 10. It's less crowded, because all the people at rope drop, they're on their rides and everything, and just kind of stroll on in easily after them. Keanu charges insane prices for his motorcycles? I was not aware of that. He has a motorcycle business? Wow. Ireland. Amazing Ireland. I'd like to go to Amazing Ireland, or maybe I'd like to go to Scotland. Hey, no, I don't want to do any more Scottish accents right now. I'm not feeling it today. Devil's Advocate. Was that the one where he's a lawyer? That one's cool if I remember it right. No, you got to see the little Buddha, guys. I'm telling you. Trust me. You got to see the little Buddha. Just like I was telling you guys, like, Tom Hiddleston, you have to see Only Lovers Left Alive. You got to see it. You got to see the little Buddha. Be Easy Vegan. I'll have to go to Disneyland someday. Yeah, maybe you will, right? I mean, that's an achievable goal, hopefully. If you don't live around here, it's harder. You got to pay for all the travel expense and hotels. So that's what makes it so easy for us, even like parking, if you don't go all day, is by the hour. If you know where to go, it's kind of good. And up until earlier this year, for all these years, most of the time, I don't even have to pay for gas. I was able to have enough electric range, more than enough to get there. And then there was like this charging station that's free, like totally free in this place we park at that's not on Disneyland property. Free charging, like I would get it like at least 60% of the time or so. But now it's totally different. It's a different company that runs it. They charge crazy prices. And what's even worse is that idle time. Once you're done charging, they charge you just while you're sitting there, not even taking the electricity down. So can't do that anymore. But I get at least half my trip there on cheap electricity that I got from charging in my garage overnight, and then gasoline for the trip back. What's that, Carmichael? But Ryan, what about the bees? Can we get a sound clip? The bees? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, Cheap Lazy Vegan. Oh, she's gonna be leading a vegan Thailand trip. Interesting. No, Muthalan, I've never had a motorcycle. I have never ridden a motorcycle, and I don't plan to ever ride a motorcycle. No, those are dangerous, man. I guess I just had a lot of I saw firsthand when I was young how dangerous motorcycles are. I never talked about this before. I won't go on it too long. But when I was young, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, somewhere in that range. I don't know exactly. I remember my family took me on my first like real road trip. We drove to the Grand Canyon from Los Angeles, and we left kind of in the middle of the night. I remember the sun hadn't come up yet. We were still in Los Angeles. The freeways weren't that crowded yet. It was before any rush hours happened. And I remember we were driving along, and I saw some motorcyclists just kind of stopped in the I guess it would be the fast lane or diamond lane, the carpool lane, looking at a map or something like that. I go, what the hell? Why are they doing that for? They didn't seem too worried, and we kept driving past them. And I remember looking back, and I see like sparks, like a truck coming, like a semi truck, and sparks flying and things flying there. I go, oh my God, did they die? I wonder. So that left a bad impression about motorcycle safety. And then when I was in elementary school, I would say this would be about maybe 2nd or 3rd grade. Not too long after that, probably. We had a teacher, a dude there who never saw him again. I forgot if he died or got injured so badly. He was on his motorcycle. So early on, I made a mental note to no motorcycles for me. No. I mean, if you're motorcycling safely and happily, like Keanu Reeves and stuff, cool. I just not a risk that I'm willing to do, because I saw firsthand at a young age how just had a bad experience with seeing that first accident happen. Well, Uncle, you still have a motorcycle? You said always had a motorcycle? No, Uncle, no, don't. You pushed your luck, man. Don't burn it. No, don't do it anymore. Late model, you lost a good friend to a motor wreck. You won't get on one again. AJ, at a motorcycle rally, you were at your 20s. A guy died on his bike during a rainstorm. Beezy, you lost a friend in a motorcycle accident too. See, it's like, yeah, safe is good. You could drive safe, but it just takes one idiot out there. Like me, I was safe. I was driving safely, and a guy in a high-speed chase could have head on to me last March, a little over a year ago. So, and I was in a car, at least I had a fighting chance. Yeah. SCD Rabbit, your mom was a motorcycle mechanic. Your second stepdad used to race them back in the 50s. No helmets. Holy moly. You loved riding them, but could not drive one. Too much power in a small space. You would freeze up. Yeah. Yeah. Drivers can hurt motorcyclists, pedestrians, cyclists. D Rabbit, you're totally right. Well, Uncle, you have a motorcycle Honda, a Honda 1971 750cc. Do you still drive it or ride it? I guess it's called. And if so, do you regularly do it, or you just like to own the motorcycle, like a collector thing? Let me know. I'm just kind of curious what kind of risk you're taking or not taking there. But yeah, no motorcycles for this dude. I don't even want to ride my bike right now. I mean, just today, like coming back from the gym, it was yesterday. I was coming back, doing some errands. Every stoplight I see, okay, it's green now, but there's still cars going through shooting. I get to the next stoplight, it's green now, cars still shooting through. I go, it wasn't as crazy as this before. And before I would see that, but not like at every light. There would be the exception, not the rule. Now it's the rule. So yeah, I don't think it's just me getting old and overly cautious. I mean, the traffic statistics in Long Beach bear it out. We've had the highest traffic deaths in the city now than any time since 20, 30 years ago. And we're talking about all kinds of traffic deaths. Cars killing other people in cars killing cyclists, pedestrians, the whole thing. Oh, it was really bad in SF. So that was a long time ago. So people were really bad about that in SF too. Heidi, ride your bike on the sidewalk. Well, you're legally not supposed to. That's why they have all these bike lanes that they've been building out in our city here. But even then, that doesn't protect you. Like, say you have to cross streets sometimes, right? You're getting across the street, and if a guy's shooting a red and you're not being careful, It's so sad. We went on a walk last weekend, Angie and me, last Saturday evening, and we walked down in a neighborhood we haven't walked around in quite a few years, and it was really sad. I forgot when we got to the certain corner. I remember a few months ago, a crazy guy driving a car, insane speed, crashed and killed a lady on her bicycle, and she was just coming back from work or something like that, blocked from her house, killed her, and he took off. Of course, I think they caught him later on. That's how they knew it was a dude. But anyway, her bicycle was all set upon a stop sign, like a shrine kind of thing, a memorial, as I'm trying to say. And this happened 3-4 months ago. It's more of a reminder, God, yeah, it sucks, It's person just doing their own thing, just their daily life, and some insane person, like what almost happened to me and Angie on the high-speed chase guy, a person driving insane. Sometimes there's nothing you can even do, I was just sitting duck. I was at a red light, traffic, there was nothing I could do. I don't know if there's anything she could have done if someone's doing something insane. So I'm grateful I'm here. It wasn't any worse than it was. You know, but if I was looking at the footage on YouTube with the high-speed chase, I saw where I was. If I was in a slightly different spot, more forward, it could have been a whole different story. But yeah, you're right, late model. Riding on the sidewalk is illegal in many places. And it's not even necessarily safer. When you're on the sidewalk, you're at the mercy of people backing out of their driveways who might not necessarily be looking out for you too. You know, so yeah. Anyway, wow, you saw a Mennonite family today? Mennonite, that's like Amish, right? That's cool. Yeah, we don't ever see anything like that out here. We don't have those people. Jenna, you love motorcycles. Awesome. Yeah, be safe. You don't care too much for the racing style motorcycles. Still though, your cousin Charlie on dad's side of the family was almost killed while riding his bike in 78. Carmichael, you were trying to find a video with the shirtless urine drinking guy, but couldn't. Do you know what video that was? I don't know how I found that. That was a video I did on April Fool's. I honestly don't know how I found that, dude. I just think I typed into YouTube like urine therapy or something like that. I don't know. And the dude popped up. I go, oh, this dude is perfect. You know, he's golden. So I used him. He's golden. No pun intended there. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God. But anyway, let's see. Oh, let me text Angie something about what I need her to do to prepare for our evening and dinner tonight. Time to take the food, not good food, out. Okay. Hopefully she gets that. Let's see. Not exactly sure yet, but we're getting something planned here. Nothing exciting. Trust me. Nothing. I'm not trying to be mysterious or anything like that. I just need to. She told me to remind her about half an hour before the live stream is over. Okay, the Mennonites. Heidi says it's more modern than Amish, but more relaxed with tech and things, but still more traditional than average people. They come into Boston sometimes, so they drive cars. They don't need the horse and wagon thing, right? They're like, they can have an iPad or iPhone or something, I'm guessing, if they're cool with tech. Wow, AJ, your grandfather's shop mechanic uprooted a telephone pole with his head riding his motorcycle. Wow. Wow, Jana, your cousin Charlie got hit while riding his motorcycle on a Kansas highway in 78. Got his helmet knocked off. He wound up paralyzed, unable to speak clearly. Really heartbreaking to see. Yeah, as I'm saying, guys, motorcycles, it looks fun. I have to admit, you know, I've watched Easy Rider like 20 times maybe. You know, it looks really cool, looks fun, but all you need is like one thing to go wrong and you don't have a lot of protection, you know, even with the helmet on. So that's for that reason. Yeah, he lived through it, AJ. The mechanic that uprooted a telephone pole with his head, and he lived though. Oh my goodness! But I'm just saying, you know, there's no guarantee. You could be in a giant SUV or truck, and you know something bad could happen to you. You could die still, or get paralyzed, something like that. But it seems like motorcycle, the risk is highest. You know, no protection. So that's why I don't see myself wanting to ride one ever. Okay, so the Mennonites, they drive cars, awesome, and they use cell phones, but regulated. Like, yeah, I'm sure they're just not using their cell phone and just doing whatever. Yeah, just for practical reasons, right? They wear more varied clothing, but still modest, and bonnets on girls and women. Interesting. All right, let's not talk about motorcycles anymore. I didn't know that was going to happen just because I brought up Keanu Reeves. I didn't even know he had a motorcycle or a motorcycle company or anything like that. Carmichael, is that April Fool's video still up? Oh, I think I took it down, Carmichael, because just for that day, you know, it's funny. But if I leave a video up for the rest of eternity of me saying I'm drinking urine for the first time, people might take it seriously, right? But for April Fools, yeah, you know, it's cool kind of for that day, I guess. But bonnets, how do you pronounce it? I know what you're talking about, those little cool, like what the Mayflower ladies had, right? Those things on their head. But anyway, yeah, I took it down, Carmichael, so yeah, you're not going to find it. Just because I tell you, people might just like, oh, who's this wacky guy? I'm never going to watch his video. He's crazy. He's drinking urine, you know? But who knows? Maybe my channel would have blown up. Yeah, urine drinker. Hell, you guys know what you're talking about, right? Bonnets. It was gold. I know, it was gold, but I didn't want to risk people thinking we were some kind of weirdo urine drinking channel, right? Because that's definitely not what we're about in any way, shape, or form. The complete opposite of that, whatever that is, that's what we are. Evidence-based and not doing weird gimmicky health things, you know, staring into the sun like he did with his urine on his eyes and stuff. Whew, God, that was sick. And he really thinks like women dig that, like he's walking around smelling like urine, women smell that, oh yeah, you smell awesome, you know. It's like, not to say that's a concern, but you know, it's like it seems like it would just turn everyone off, you know. If you just want to go and hang out with your buddies at the bar, you smell like urine, you're not gonna like be the most popular dude. So anyway, yeah, don't drink urine, guys. Let's see, we're at 7:40. All right, cool. Fulmar Music, you got the Aurora Borealis in Cornwall, UK. I know where Cornwall is, by the sea, right? You guys got some surf there. It looks like floodlights lighting up something way off in the distance. I've never seen the Aurora Borealis. I live at too southern of a latitude, unfortunately. But I'd like to. Maybe that'll be one of my bucket list trips, or maybe to see a total solar eclipse or something like that. A urine drinking channel. You know, AJ, I'm sure there's urine drinking channels, right? And just don't want anyone to get the impression that's what we're doing. Is Fu Man Poo Durin Rider? No way in hell is Fu Durin Rider. No, totally not. No, like Fu, from what I can tell, he's from the United States, not like Durin Rider. Like Fu Man Poo actually sent me something in the mail before. Oh, speaking of the mail, late model, I forgot what it was. Oh, I think, yeah. Should I check my P.O. box? Should I head down there? Because I totally go down like maybe a few times a year. Should I think about going in the next week or so? If so, I'll make it a point, because I like going down there. I picked a really cool place. It's like by the beach and a nearby town. It's cool to go there, you know. So, and right across the street, they have a place where you can get like Dole Whips and stuff. So it'll be cool for my birthday coming up. So let me know if I should head down to the P.O. box. Oh, you saw the Northern Lights ones too, Carmichael? Awesome. Fu was too cool to be Durin Rider. I want to see Durin Rider now. Who was it that was telling me? He has a whole different vibe now. He's got a weird beard, kind of homeless dude looking guy, but he's not, you know, just like a totally different vibe. Okay, maybe, okay, I'll see if I can make it out there this week. Yeah, okay, well, I'll have it in the back of my mind that, yeah, I should make a little project one day, head out to our P.O. box. Okay, Carmichael, you're asking earlier if you get a sound clip of billions of bees. Yeah, let me see if I can do that.
I'm going to leave you.
Oops, wrong one. Oops, I don't know where it's at. Let me see.
I'm going to leave you.
Literally billions of insects.
There it is.
Literally billions of insects get murdered.
There you go. I kind of changed my sound thing around here, so I kind of forgot where they're at. And that one, yeah, it's usually not an appropriate person's comment to hit that one in response to, at least not anymore. I don't get too many insect activists on this live stream anymore. Hey, Groovy Lisa. Heidi, you can go for a Dole Whip right now? Yeah, Dole Whips are awesome. We're lucky. We found a place. So sometimes I go to a market in a nearby town in a beach town around here, and we found that there's a place on the way back that sells like a pint of Dole Whip. I mean, you can get a regular size kind of Dole Whip, or you can get a pint, which is awesome. Like, we did it a few weeks ago and brought it home. Like, oh, we have Dole Whip to eat at our house. Awesome. So yeah, you don't need to go to Disney Park. You just get Dole Whip. Yeah, you gotta have sound effects, Carmichael. You gotta have sound effects if you're doing a YouTube live stream. It's no fun without the sound effects. Yeah, it sounds refreshing right now. A cool popsicle. Hey, Carmichael, when you're asking if you get a sound clip of billions of bees, for some reason my eyes read it for a second as billions of beefs. Like, what? What is he talking about? Yeah, then I saw it. Okay, he's talking about that Piers Morgan sample. Yeah, all those different Dole flavors are great. Angie likes the mango one. I see AJ talking about the guava passion fruit one. They're all good. Just something to me about the old-fashioned pineapple one, the original one. To me, it's just so Disneyland, you know. And it's so good too. It's just a great flavor. There's nothing bad about it. So I just get that pretty much all the time. It just, I don't know. But yeah, if on occasion I'll get a mango one, and I'm not upset. But I felt like it's just something psychologically isn't fully right for me. I need to have the pineapple one. Wow, Uncle, you got to see a solar eclipse when you visited your cousin in Austin. Still need to see an aura. Maybe that friend that lives in Alaska will let you stay. Yeah, I don't know how you figure out when does the aurora borealis happen. Is it like meteor showers? They happen regularly and predictably throughout the year. You know when to go, or does it kind of depend on like a moving like cloud, or something like that, something in the atmosphere that moves around and it comes down and goes back up to north south? I don't know how that works out. Yeah, I never had to research that before because I've never had a plan to go see an aurora borealis, because they just don't make it down here. If we ever saw one here in Southern California, then you'd know we're effed, like the end of the world's happening or something, because they shouldn't be happening down here. What's that, AJ? Ninja Creamy? Is that what BZZ Vegan's talking about? BZ Vegan, a ninja food processor? Oh, solar flares help. So there is a connection to things that it's not a regular predictable thing like meteor showers. You need other events or things to happen that don't happen on a regular periodic kind of schedule. Carmichael, when will I be going to Disneyland again? Sometime in mid-August, they allow people with our level of pass back in. So, sometime around then, we'll be going back sometime. Ninja Creamy is an ice cream maker. Never heard of that, AJ. Heidi, you heard the sky will be really pretty July 14th, where you can see the stars well in rural areas. Like, what's going to be special about that day? Do you recall that, Heidi? I can't imagine what would be make it extra pretty. Would it be like, I can't imagine. Would it be a meteor shower kind of night or something? But yeah, as late model point out, we're blacked out from the schedule currently. We've been blocked out since June, basically, the beginning of June, and here we are. Got through a month. We're cool. It's cool. Let's just do other things. Frees up our week a little bit more, so we'll have that one day a week where we're thinking, should we go to Disneyland or not? So no, we'll do other things. But unfortunately, we've been doing other things that are not that fun, like 2 vet visits, an orthodontist trip, doctor trip. It's like a couple doctor's trips. So we've just been doing other things, not really replacing Disneyland with fun things necessarily. But I'm thinking of fun things to do around my birthday. I'm not going to go out on my birthday, I don't think, because I'm doing a live stream. But like the days before or after, I'm planning a fun little trip, I think. I want to go to a vegan restaurant that I've never been to before. It's not in Long Beach. I don't want to say where it's at yet, but it involves getting into a car, driving a little bit, So I'll just leave it at that, going to a really well-respected vegan restaurant too. Take it from there. Okay, maybe it was a YouTube video talking about a lot of sky events for July. Okay. you're not overly doctored, but you do have some appointments next week. Yeah, we got a few too, like a trip to a doctor, then a follow-up, and taking Angie to get just a regular checkup, that kind of thing. I'm gonna get my hand looked at in August. So I just got a lot of dumb things, like that to take care of. D. Rabbit, why? A day of surfing sounds nice, hanging on the beach. Yeah, the beaches are kind of crazy in the summertime. I really like to go to the beaches again when the tourists have gone, when the locals are here, the people are year round going to the beaches. That's when it's best, It's too crazy right now for the most part. And yeah, I think I'm retired from surfing now. I'm glad I did a few trips a few years ago just to remember what it was like, But I realized it's a lot of work to have good surfing fitness. You have to be surfing a lot, especially if you're older like me. And I still don't think I have the time. But then again, who knows? They have to go to further gyms now because they shut my basketball court down. And I was talking to some guys today there, and they said at their gym, which I was going to sometimes, said there's some rumor about their basketball court being shut down. I go, crap, there's going to be no more basketball courts to play indoors, so I might have to give up basketball at some point. So who knows? Maybe I'll get back into surfing then. So I don't know. So we'll see. Just taking life as it plays out on me. Wow, you get your teeth cleaned 3 to 4 times a year. My oral hygienist really wants me to come in like 3 times a year. And I told her, I can't afford it. I'll come in twice and I'll just try to take really good care of my teeth in between. Every time I go, I try to learn something more about what I can do to make it better. And it seems to be working so far. So now I'm getting better with these little sticks I poke in. I have some really big gaps in between my teeth, which trap food. They trap rice grains, they trap oatmeal really well. So I need to get these little sticks, like toothpicks kind of, that poke them out. So that's a new thing I'm adding to my oral hygiene routine. Oh, you like surfing, BZ Vegan? Awesome. Wow, where do you surf at? What kind of surfboards are we talking? Longboard, shortboard? And running. I've been running more, guys, now. I've been trying to run once a week. Now, you guys know, remember I used to play basketball twice a week. Well, now that I have to drive further to go to a gym to play basketball, I've been going to the gym once a week to play basketball. And what would have been the other time I go to the gym, I don't go. I go running now. I'll take Angie out. We'll go out like around sunset, dusk, a little bit before sunset, not right at sunset. And I'll go running. She'll be walking and getting her steps in since we're not going to Disneyland. I'm running again. I'm getting my distances longer. The week before last, I ran 2.6 miles. So my goal for this week was to run longer than 2.6 miles, maybe 2 3/4 or something like that. Unfortunately, I was only able to do like 2.1 or 2.2 because Angie texted me. She said, sure enough, Amazon just dropped the package off that we're waiting for all day. And we have a really nice, safe, out-of-the-way place they can tuck it away at and hide it from any would-be porch pirates. No, they just left it right out in the open where every human could see it. And it's like, okay. So I said, all right, I can be back at the car in about 5 minutes. How about you? So we cut my run short and we went back and saved our package from getting stolen. So anyway, I'm glad I got my run in, but it just sucks I couldn't do what I wanted to do. But anyway, at least it's no big deal though. I'm not like training for a race or anything like that. Does Angie keep up with me? No, she's walking, so she can't keep up with me. She's walking, I'm running. And I know I don't want to blame the Amazon drivers. I know, it's a horrible job and that they try to make you make way too many deliveries, for how much time they give you. So I know they're rushed. I have compassion for them. It just sucks that, because of that forces the drivers to leave packages in really horrible places. So stuff gets stolen. So it makes more work for Amazon for people to have to get their stuff replaced. So it seems like they would lose less money if they just gave their drivers more sane schedules. Carmichael, which shoes am I wearing? Do I wear the zero barefoot shoes? I don't have zero barefoot shoes. I have some oh God, what are they again? They're zero drop minimal running shoes by crap. I can't remember right now. I see them. They're yellow. What are they? I do have 2 pairs of zero shoes though. I have a basketball pair and a cool walking pair that I just got arrived last week. I told you they were on sale on clearance. They're getting rid of my favorite style too. So Ultra, that's the running brand I have. I have 2 pairs of Ultra, a really thin soled one and a thicker one. I'm running on the thicker one now, but I have maybe 500,000 miles on it. I don't know, something like that. So it's not the most cushioned shoe in the world. That's good. Well, AJ, you don't have porch pirates in your area. That's good. At least you can go away. I even have a little sign here, leave the packages here, but they don't make it up to the porch to see where I have my sign at because they just toss it and they go back in their truck or whatever. But anyway, it's all good. We saved the package and I just had to shorten my run. Carmichael, yeah, I think it's all Ultra, not Ultra, Ultra, ALTRA. For running, I have Ultra running shoes, and for Zero, I tell you, the Zero shoes, I have a basketball pair and a cool walking pair. Yeah, Amazon can do a lot of things better. You're right, AJ. Not just not make the drivers have insane schedules for their routes, but give them a more living wage for sure. I mean, I agree with you 100% there. Yeah, Ultras. Like Zeros, a lot of these shoes that have this minimalist concept like zero drop, minimal cushioning, usually have a wide toe box too, and I appreciate that. Yeah, Ultras have a wide toe box. My Zero basketball shoes do, and my new Zero walking shoes, because we went walking together when I got my shoes, and Angie threw on some Vans, and we noticed, wow, those are so narrow in the toes, and she goes, yeah, this is weird. She doesn't usually wear Vans, but she thought she'd try to get used to them, and she can't, Fortunately, they were gifted to her. Someone gifted her several pairs, but she can't get used to wearing them because her toes are all spread out because we wear barefoot shoes or walk around barefoot. She wears flip-flops or whatever, sandals, so yeah, it was tougher to wear the Vans. But yeah, we're used to just having our toes be free, I don't like the toes all crammed together either. Vibram 5-finger shoes, the ultimate in minimalist running shoe. That's cool. You guys are lucky, Jana. You don't have any porch pirates around there either. You have had a lot of problems with packages getting dropped off at the wrong address, though. AJ, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, not the CEO anymore, just the owner, has a yacht so huge he can't park it in a marina. He has to anchor it in the middle of the ocean and take a small boat in. Yeah, so yeah, if you have that much money, if your yacht is so huge you can't even park it in a marina, you can afford to pay your drivers a little bit more, right? I mean, how many billions of dollars do you really need if you're a billionaire? It's funny, you see all these billionaire activists, not the billionaires themselves being activists, but people like us that are not even millionaires or whatever, fighting for the rights of the billionaire class, the misunderstood, malaligned billionaires. If you only understood these billionaires, you would want to help them. You would want to subsidize them because they're amazing and they're good for us. I've seen so many billionaire activists that don't have $1,000 to their names, but that's the kind of world we live in now, where poor people are being activists for the underrepresented billionaires of the planet. Billionaire activists. So anyway, but he has to have a huge yacht like that, AJ. He needs it. He has to park it out in the middle of the ocean. It won't fit. He needs to do that. Would you want him to get a smaller yacht? Then he'd be a crappier as CEO, Amazon would suck if he didn't have a big yacht. That's what makes him a good person. I don't know what they say. He needs some subsidies too, yeah? Yeah, I didn't know you knew 2 billionaires, late model. You told me about the one dude, the old dude at the gym. Who's the other billionaire, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, D-Rabbit. Yeah, the amount of money that billionaires accumulate, how fast their assets increase. Yeah, you can't even imagine it. It's insane. AJ, you laughing at my billionaire activist thing? I see it. I see people that are billionaire activists. It's poor people fighting for the rights of these billionaires who are misunderstood and need more help. They need less to pay less taxes because they're the best people and they need it because it's hard for them to not pay. Oh, lots of billionaires in South Florida. Yeah, I can imagine. A 2-hour, 50-minute live stream. No, we're gonna not make this 250 year honor of the 250 years. No, we're not gonna do that tonight. I gotta get going. I'm tired. I showed you my gym trip today, which I shouldn't be able to do because I'm a deficient vegan. But yeah, I'm tired. Okay, the old gym billionaire dude. He's sweet. You love him. The other one was a mom from a school you worked at, a venture capitalist, private equity firm. Wow, she became a billionaire. I gotta say, at the gym today, dudes, I was guarding like young people. The first guy I guarded today was the old guy. He was like 42. He was young still. He was quick. I wish I was 42. I was quicker then too. But after that, I was guarding a dude that was almost my height. I'd say he's about maybe 6'2" or 6'3". And it has a really, really good outside shot. He plays on the varsity team in his high school. He's like 16 years old. I'm guarding this dude. I'm about to be 59. I'm guarding a 16-year-old varsity high school player, almost my height, with a really good shot. He's lighter than me, so he's quicker than me because he's lighter and younger. And I'm giving him a hard time. I was the only person I saw that was making him have to rethink his shots. I'd either block him or I'd get up so he wouldn't be able to. He's in the shooting motion. He'd have to pass or something like that. So that's what I told him. I'm just trying to make life tougher. I'm not here to say I'm gonna stop you on every shot, but I'm gonna make your shots tougher and harder to come by. And it worked. I can still do this to these young dudes. So that's my fitness goal, just to be able to make life miserable for guys who are 1/3 my age on the basketball court. So I just thought I'd brag there for a second. I'm, still doing my defensive thing. Oh, I see Rabbit White talking about the sweet billionaire. No sweet billionaires. Oh, okay. I'll never believe there are. There's no ethical way. I was just joking about these billionaires are sweet people. They deserve their money. They shouldn't have to pay taxes. They're awesome. They're special. They're misunderstood. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more of my fake billionaire activism or anything like that. So anyway, guys, it's 2 hours exactly here on my live stream counter. 2-hour live stream. So let's call it a night here, guys. So hopefully next week. I think we just have one doctor appointment next week, so we should be able to get a video out for you. Peter, if you're watching after the fact, send me more stuff. I know you're sending me stuff, but sometimes I just don't see it being a good video for me to make. But he keeps sending me stuff. Let me know if you see any more wacky, zany stuff out there for me to respond to. If not, maybe I'll do something different. Maybe I'll respond to some weirdo, hateful comments on Facebook or something. Or make a positive video about something. I haven't done that for a while, but I'll try to get a video out next week. And I want to thank you guys for all your support, especially this week that I got a big vet bill with my my Bodhi, having to go to the vet and get tests and stuff done to him. So thank you to AJ and Late Model and Carmichael left a couple tips there. And so yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate that. I'll make a little dent on the Bodhi vet bill there. Consider we just took him not that long ago too. I told you for his annual exam. It's expensive having cats. So that's why I said these will be my last pets. My retirement fund is going to be having all this extra money from not having cats and all the expenses that go along with it. So anyway, guys, so thank you so much. I appreciate your support and your help and thinking about your cult leader here who's kind of had a not the greatest week of his life. So thanks so much, guys. Much appreciate your everything you guys do for me. So all right guys, I'll see you next week. Hopefully new video next Friday, new live stream. And until then, remember, doesn't suck being vegan. And thank you, Uncle, for being my sole moderator tonight. I knew we were going to get through without any trouble, really. So thanks guys. See you guys next week. Bye guys.